Or this is going to be just 5 audiophile tips in 5 minutes, my opinions and things like that. So let's get right into it. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I'm just somebody who's been in this hobby for about 4 to 5 years, and these are just some of the things I've collected. And not everything I say may be correct or anything, but I'm just going to try and pull knowledge from things I know, things I've tried, and things like that, just to try and share it to people. So, yeah, I hope this is very informative and helpful for anybody new getting into the hobby. And even if you're already in the hobby, maybe this could still help you. So, yeah, let's get right into it. The number one thing I think everybody should know when getting into this is to not fall for trends. Now, one thing that I want to make clear before I start talking about this is I'm going to be talking about microphones and headphones. I'm not just going to be talking about like one or the other. So this is just a generalized thing, and I'll try and say which one I'm talking about. Now, what I mean by don't fall for trends is that a lot of people will see X streamer or X YouTuber and they have a Shure SM7B and they're doing good and they'll go buy that. And while yes, that is a great mic, you will get exceptional quality. You could be doing something better with your money or something just that'll fit you personally better. Same with headphones per se. If you see somebody using a Sennheiser 6XX or something else along those lines because they're very popular, that doesn't mean it's just for you. And you need to be aware of what is for you and what isn't for you and what you think would fit you the best with your budget and what kind of sound quality you want and things like that. The number two thing I think people need to know is this is the most important thing, in my opinion, in the hobby, is you need to find your own sound preference. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say that people are just talking about some headphone and they're like, oh, we hate this headphone. Like, for example, the Sony WH-1000 XM4s, they'll be like, oh, we hate this headphone because of it has a mid-range bloat above the bass frequencies, and a lot of people hate that. If you love these headphones, you need to just wear them yourself. Don't listen to what anybody else says. But at the same time, you need to find your preferences, and that's important because so something could be really bassy, and all these reviewers are saying it's really bassy. If you know your bass head, then you can get those and you'll be happy with them. But if you're a treble head, you're not going to like those. So you need to find your preferences and try things before splurging hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into things that you don't exactly know what you're buying. Just find yourself in this hobby is what I'm trying to say. Number three is people need to trust their own ears. Now, what I mean by that is, like I said, a lot of people will hate on the XM4s. They won't like them because of the mid-range bloat. If you love those headphones, you need to just listen to them yourself. And that goes for any headphones. I'm just using those as an example. The other thing you need to trust your ears about is if everybody's saying some headphones sound super bassy, it sounds super this or that, even a microphone, whatever the case may be, and you think that it sounds flat, don't let them change your opinion of something. Don't let them change it, things like that. This also goes for reviewers. You need to be careful with who you're trusting with your time and things like that, because some reviewers will just tell you that X headphone is really good just so they can get you to click an affiliate link, and I think that's not right. It's unjust, but I know some people do it, and that is how they make money. So you just need to be very careful with the information you trust. So just trust yourself and trust your own ears, and you will get along good in this hobby. So yeah, that's number three. And number four, a common misconception I see is amplification, and this goes for microphones along with headphones. So what I mean by that is a lot of people think that microphones like the Shure SM7B, for example, I'm just bringing up dynamic mics, or the Procaster or anything like that, RE20, they think that you're going to need to buy a cloud lifter. You need to try these microphones honestly with your preamp before. You need to try them with like your interfacer before you go buy a cloud lifter or something, because I have experienced this myself and actually bought a Clark Technic CT1 mic booster. And I had actually plugged in my microphone. I didn't really need to go buy a preamp. So I didn't really need to go buy a preamp, but I did. And it makes the mic sound better, in my opinion, this one with my particular setup. But it's just one of those things that you need to be aware of and you need to try on your own before just splurging into things. Because honestly, if you're just recording and not streaming or anything like that, you probably do not need one of these, and you can edit in post. So it's completely up to you. It's up to you what you do with your money and stuff. I'm not going to tell you they're not worth it, because they are. But just make sure you're doing a sound investment. And that also goes for amplifiers of headphones is what I was trying to get to next. Amplification on headphones. So a lot of people think that if you buy like an amplifier, it's just going to be volume. So for example, like if you're listening to like a 6XX through an Apple dongle or something, Yes, you can power those headphones. They will sound completely fine. But once you plug it into something like a shit Magni or JDS Labs Atom, even just like budget stuff, $100, it's going to sound so much better. Amplification is not just volume, it will sound 10 times better. Trust me. And that just goes for any amp you have. It's going to sound a lot better. Amplification is not just volume when it comes to headphones. Keep that in mind. That is a common misconception I see. Number 5, the fifth most important thing in this hobby means you just need to find your don't stress over every little thing basically. So like for example with microphones, when you're recording and you're compressing and EQing, you will get better at that over time. Don't really stress about like EQing this thing perfectly. You will get better over that. That goes same with headphone EQ, things like that. You will get better over time, and don't try to be super analytical. Like if you enjoy something for what it is, like a headphone, and you're like, oh well, this headphone has this or better or that, but you still enjoy that other headphone, just listen to it. You can still listen to both, but listen to it if you enjoy it. Don't try to be over analytical about everything. Just enjoy the hobby honestly and have fun with it. Just that's what this is all about. It's just to have fun and enjoy audio. So yeah, I hope this is very useful for somebody trying to get into the audiophile hobby. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time. I'm just trying to get straight to the point on some of these things and not go super into detail, but just try to explain some things. So I hope this was very helpful, and yeah, thanks for watching.